SEC play is just a few days away, and you guys get a UNO squad that's much improved with a guy you're pretty familiar with at the helm. What are your thoughts going into the last midweek game before SEC play, and who's going to be coming to town?
Well, Jared, quite frankly, I haven't even thought about Alabama. All I care about is the game tomorrow night with UNO. And this is always an exciting game for me personally because of my connections to the university. I played there in 1978 and 79. Two of the most wonderful years of my life playing for the great Ron Maestri. My teammates, phenomenal. I just had the most awesome experience. So I've always had a fondness for the school. And later on, my son, who's now a professor at Nicholls State, earned his master's in fine arts in creative writing there. And so I have a lot of blood in the bricks, so to speak, at UNO. So I've always had a fondness for the school and the team. Now, to add to that, this year, Blake Dean is the new head coach.
That's who was just clicking.
and Blake is, just one of my favorite players of all time. His impact on our program here at LSU and on my career is profound. I mean, when I came here, it was Blake's freshman year, so I was with him for my first 4 years here at LSU, and quite frankly, Blake has a lot to do with me still being the coach at LSU. He was so vital to our team, and especially in the 2008 season when we kind of had our turnaround and won 23 games in a row. He ran a streak for 2 months there. I've never seen a player get so many clutch hits as he did. And then I was very instrumental in helping him get into coaching. Coming back after he finished his career in pro ball, came back and finished his degree, worked with me as an undergraduate coach, and then I convinced Ron Maestri to take him on as a volunteer assistant, and then Mace made him into a full-time assistant, and then a year later he becomes a head coach. So I feel really good about that, and I'm not surprised at all by the success that they're having because Blake knows the game, and I'm sure that the players are relating well with him, and consequently they're doing well.
How interesting of a change of dynamic is that, where you go from being kind of the former pupil against an old mentor to now being the former coach of the young guy up and coming in the same exact matchup?
Well, it's going to happen more and more times. I have 11 former assistant coaches that are head coaches in college or became head coaches in college. And, of course, Will Davis next year when he's the head coach at Lamar. And I've had coaches from Virginia, Toledo, Michigan State, and others that I've coached against, through the years. And it's always a bittersweet feeling because, your loyalty is to your current players and your university that you're representing, but you don't gain as much enjoyment out of winning a game when it creates sadness for the person that you care so much about. And so anyway, what I do is I just kind of forget that he's in the dugout during the game and just coach the game to the best of my ability, and hopefully we score more runs than they do tomorrow night. And after the game, I can give Blake a big hug and wish him well in every game the rest of the year.